If you're over 60, there's one silent enemy that could be sabotaging your energy, mood, memory, and even your heart. It's not something you can always feel, but it shows up in your blood tests. It's high blood sugar. And here's the surprising part. Even if you don't have diabetes, blood sugar spikes can still damage your nerves, weaken your eyesight, and increase your risk for dementia. That's why today, we're uncovering 4 common foods that send your blood sugar soaring and 4 powerful foods that help bring it back to balance. And no, we're not going to tell you to give up everything you love. Instead, we're here to help you make smart swaps you can feel good about. Let's protect your energy, your memory, and your heart one bite at a time. Let's start with the foods that spike blood sugar the most. First food that spikes blood sugar: white bread and toast. It's a breakfast classic, a slice of toast with butter or jam. But if it's white bread, you might be starting your day with a sugar surge. White bread is made from refined flour, which has had most of its fiber and nutrients stripped away. Without fiber to slow down digestion, it turns quickly into glucose in your bloodstream. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, white bread has a glycemic index of around 75. That's high. And for seniors, that spike can lead to an equally fast crash, leaving you tired, hungry, and foggy. Over time, repeated blood sugar spikes contribute to insulin resistance and increase your risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. A smart swap: choose whole grain or sprouted grain bread. Whole grains digest slower, keeping your blood sugar steady. Look for labels that say 100, whole grain or sprouted grain, as the first ingredient. And if you're feeling adventurous, rye or pumpernickel bread are even lower on the glycemic index. Second food that spikes blood sugar: sweetened breakfast cereals. They're marketed as heart healthy or fortified with vitamins. But many breakfast cereals are packed with sugar, sometimes more than a dessert. Even healthy-looking brands can contain 10 to 15 grams of sugar per serving. And let's be honest, no one eats just one serving. When you pour a bowl of cereal and top it with milk, you're not just getting a rush of glucose. You're starting your day with a spike that sets off a roller coaster of sugar, highs and crashes. Harvard researchers found that high sugar breakfasts lead to worse concentration and more hunger throughout the day. The better option? Oatmeal with a twist. Old-fashioned or steel-cut oats are high in soluble fiber, which slows digestion and supports heart health. Top your oats with cinnamon A, natural blood, sugar stabilizer, and add walnuts or chia seeds for healthy fats and protein. Just skip the brown sugar. Third food that spikes blood sugar: fruit juices. You might think a glass of orange juice is a healthy start to the day, but most juices even no added sugar. Ones are concentrated, sources of fructose and glucose. 1 cup of apple juice can have the same sugar content as a can of soda. The difference? Juice has vitamins, but it lacks fiber. And that fiber is what helps slow down sugar absorption. A study in the British Medical Journal found that people who drank fruit juice regularly had a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, while those who ate whole fruit had a lower risk. So what's the fix? Eat the whole fruit instead of drinking it. An apple with the peel gives you fiber, vitamins, and a slower blood sugar response. If you want a drink, try infusing water with slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries. Fourth food that spikes blood sugar: packaged snacks and baked goods. We all love a little something sweet with tea or coffee. But cookies, muffins, crackers, and even granola bars often contain a triple threat: white flour, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. These ingredients combine to cause a sharp blood sugar rise, followed by a crash that leaves you reaching for more. And here's something most people don't realize. Even sugar-free snacks may contain high glycemic sweeteners like maltodextrin, which spike blood sugar even faster than table sugar. So what can you have instead? Try a handful of nuts and a square of 85% dark chocolate. Almonds, walnuts, and pistachios are packed with protein and healthy fats that help stabilize blood sugar. And dark chocolate in moderation provides antioxidants without too much sugar. You don't need to give up treats, just choose smarter ones. Now that we've covered the troublemakers, let's flip the script. Here are 4 foods that actively stabilize your blood sugar and protect your body in the process. First food that stabilizes blood sugar: lentils and beans. Lentils, black beans, chickpeas, these humble legumes are true superfoods for blood sugar. They're packed with fiber and protein, which helps slow digestion and blunt blood sugar spikes. One study in the journal Archives of Internal Medicine found that people who added just 1 cup of legumes daily had significantly better blood sugar control. Lentils are also high in magnesium and potassium, 2 nutrients that help regulate insulin. Try adding them to soups, stews, or salads. Or whip up a quick hummus for a delicious dip that's easy on your blood sugar. Second food that stabilizes blood sugar: leafy greens. Spinach, kale, arugula. Romaine leafy greens are some of the best foods you can eat for steady energy and healthy blood sugar. They're low in carbohydrates but high in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. In fact, a meta-analysis published in the BMJ found that eating just 1.5 servings of green leafy vegetables per day reduces your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 14%. The secret? Greens are rich in compounds that improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. Add a handful of spinach to your eggs. Toss a salad with olive oil and lemon, or blend kale into your soup. Third food that stabilizes blood sugar: berries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are naturally sweet, but unlike sugary desserts, they don't cause a glucose spike. That's because berries are rich in fiber and polyphenols, which slow down sugar absorption and improve insulin response. In a study from the Journal of Nutrition, people who ate a cup of berries with a high-carb meal had significantly lower insulin levels afterward than those who didn't. Try berries as a topping on plain Greek yogurt, or enjoy a handful as a refreshing snack. They satisfy your sweet tooth without the crash. Fourth food that stabilizes blood sugar: fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation, a major factor in insulin resistance. They're also excellent sources of protein, which helps keep you full and your blood sugar steady. One clinical trial published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate fatty fish 3 times a week had better fasting blood sugar and lower triglyceride levels. Aim to include fatty fish in your meals at least twice a week. Grill it, bake it, or enjoy it in a salad. It's not just good for your heart, it's powerful blood sugar protection too. That wraps up part 1 of this important guide to blood sugar control for seniors. In part 2, we'll dive deeper into how to combine these foods, what time of day to eat them, tips to reduce sugar cravings, and how daily habits like walking and sleep affect your blood sugar, even more than you might think. Plus, we'll share a sample daily menu that keeps your blood sugar balanced and your energy high without giving up delicious meals. Stay tuned for part 2. It's coming next. Your health deserves it. Part 2. Over 60. 4 worst foods that spike blood sugar and 4 that stabilize it. Welcome back. In part 1, we uncovered the 4 worst foods that spike your blood sugar and 4 powerful foods that help stabilize it. If you haven't watched that yet, we highly recommend starting there. But now, let's take it a step further, because knowing which foods help or hurt is only part of the story. The way you combine your meals, when you eat, how you move, and even how will you sleep, these all play a huge role in your blood sugar balance. And today, you'll discover exactly how to use those tools in your daily life to protect your energy, memory, and long-term health. Let's begin with a simple but powerful truth. Blood sugar isn't just about sugar. Most people think blood sugar spikes only come from sweet foods. But in reality, your body turns most carbohydrates into glucose, whether it's from a sugary soda or a plain white potato. The difference is how fast it hits your bloodstream. So the real key isn't just avoiding sugar. It's learning how to slow down that sugar release with the right foods, combinations, and habits. Here's how to do it. Section 1. Combine fiber plus fat plus protein in every meal. Let's say you want to enjoy a slice of toast or a small bowl of rice. On its own, that starch will likely raise your blood sugar quickly. But if you add a healthy fat, a bit of protein, and some fiber, you dramatically slow down how your body digests and absorbs those sugars. This is called meal balancing, and it's one of the best ways to control blood sugar without giving up the foods you love. For example, instead of toast alone, try toast with avocado and a poached egg. Instead of a plain baked potato, try it with olive oil, steamed broccoli, and grilled salmon. By pairing starches with fats and proteins, you reduce blood sugar spikes, stay fuller longer, and protect your insulin response. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smarter. Section 2. Eat your meals in the right order. This may surprise you, but the order you eat your food can make a big difference. Studies show that when you eat vegetables first, followed by protein and fat, and finish with carbohydrates, your blood sugar spike can be up to 30% lower, even if the meal is exactly the same. Why? Because fiber in the vegetables coats your intestines and slows glucose absorption. Then the protein and fats slow stomach emptying. By the time your body processes the carbs, it's doing so more gradually. Try this simple order. First, salad or steamed veggies. Second, protein and healthy fats. Last, carbohydrates or sweet foods. It's a small change, but it can have a big impact on your blood sugar and how you feel after a meal. Section 3. The best time to eat carbs. Timing matters. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to carbohydrate intake, especially at night. Eating large amounts of carbs in the evening or before bed often leads to higher blood sugar the next morning. Your body processes carbs better earlier in the day when your insulin sensitivity is naturally higher. If you enjoy bread, fruit, or grains, try to eat them with breakfast or lunch, not late at night. And if you do want a light evening snack, go for something with protein and healthy fat, like a boiled egg, a slice of cheese, or a handful of almonds. This not only helps your blood sugar, but also improves your sleep quality. Section 4. One daily habit that lowers blood sugar: instantly walking. Yes, just walking. Research shows that walking for just 10 to 15 minutes after a meal can dramatically reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. Why? Because your muscles use up glucose as energy while you move, helping to clear it from your bloodstream faster. In a study from the University of Otago, seniors who took short walks after meals had lower blood sugar and better insulin response than those who walked once a day for a longer time. You don't need to go far. Just a walk around the block after dinner can make a real difference. It also helps digestion, reduces bloating, and supports heart health. Section 5. Hydration, the forgotten blood sugar tool. Most people don't realize how important water is for blood sugar control. When you're dehydrated, your body releases stress hormones that raise blood sugar. Plus, your kidneys are less able to flush out excess glucose. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of water a day more. If you're active or it's hot outside, start your day with a glass of water and keep a water bottle nearby throughout the day. Herbal teas, infused water with lemon or mint, and even broth-based soups can count toward your hydration goals. Skip sugary drinks and sodas, even if they're diet. They may not have sugar, but they still confuse your body's insulin response. Section 6. Sleep and blood sugar, the hidden connection. It may sound unrelated, but poor sleep is one of the biggest drivers of high blood sugar. Even one night of poor sleep reduces insulin sensitivity, increases cravings for sugar, and leads to higher fasting glucose the next morning. Over time, poor sleep raises your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and weight gain. Seniors need around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Here's how to improve it. Avoid caffeine after p.m. Create a dark, quiet sleeping environment. Stick to a regular sleep-wake schedule. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing or gentle stretching before bed. And here's a tip: eating a small, protein-rich snack before bed like cottage cheese or a boiled egg can help stabilize blood sugar overnight and reduce sleep disruptions. Section 7. A sample daily menu for balanced blood sugar. Let's put everything together in a simple, delicious daily menu. Breakfast. Steel-cut oats with chia seeds, cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries. 1 boiled egg on the side. Cup of herbal tea or water with lemon. Lunch. Grilled chicken salad with spinach, avocado, olive oil, and pumpkin seeds. A small slice of whole grain bread. Water or unsweetened iced tea. Snack. Handful of almonds or Greek yogurt with raspberries. Dinner. Baked salmon with steamed broccoli and roasted sweet potato. Side of mixed greens with olive oil and lemon. Water or calming chamomile tea. Evening snack if needed. A piece of cheese or a tablespoon of almond butter. This kind of menu helps you stay full, energized, and mentally sharp without dangerous sugar swings. Conclusion: you're in control, and it's not too late. If you're over 60, managing blood sugar isn't just about avoiding diabetes. It's about protecting your memory, your eyesight, your energy, your independence. And the good news? You don't need extreme diets, expensive supplements, or painful restrictions. You just need knowledge and a few smart daily habits. Start small. Swap white bread for whole grain. Take a walk after dinner. Add more fiber to your meals. Drink water. Sleep well. Your body will thank you today and for years to come. If this video helped you, consider subscribing and sharing it with someone you care about. We're here to bring you honest, science-backed tips to stay healthy, happy, and strong after 60. And in our next video, we'll reveal the 4 worst cooking oils that clog your arteries, and 4 healthy ones that can actually help clean them. Until then, take care of yourself one bite, one step, and one peaceful night's sleep at a time.